Perfect. And then I'm going to make sure that you take over before I escape. You are the
Much
host now.
smoother, much smoother start to this
I
class than the
believe. Yeah,
last
look at
one.
that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, kids. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, Tim. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Take care.
Yep. Bye. All right. And so Candace is in here. I don't see her, but I believe she's here. So, um, are you in here? It's Candace, right? Or it's just me and Jeffrey today?
It's all right.
I thought Tim had said Candace was here.
She probably will be. She's
I
usually
am here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh, good. Yep, I can hear you now.
I can't find my headphones. So I didn't know if my laptop was gonna listen to me, but I lost my headphones and I've been trying to find them. I'm wondering if my cat took them. I don't know what happened to them.
She's Candace.
Wild. But we can
You
hear
can
you
hear me
just
okay, though?
fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I can't
perfect.
see
Then I
you, but
guess
I can hear
I
you.
don't need the headphones then.
Yeah, no, you are in
Okay.
biz.
All right.
I'll try to make this short and sweet. I've got a sick kid home today and life happening. And I feel like this one we can kind of hopefully cover quicker. I used up 2 hours last time, which was the first for me. So this one is plan your future. Candace, do you want to? I feel like I didn't get to know you last time. I didn't. You do. How long have you been in this for? I forget. Actually, you and Jeffrey, I did. You and him have been doing it pretty similar amount of time, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we've done all of these classes. I got licensed over the summer in
Yeah.
the end
Okay.
of June.
Yeah. Okay. You did share. All right. We can move on from that then. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm going to be flipping through my paperwork on this one, and my office. I never really realized how dark my office is. So bear with me. All right. So here's the course overview. So we kind of if you don't have the workbook and you need to get it, there's your moment. All right. So this is kind of some of the stuff we'll go over today: lead generation, lead follow up, transactions. Today's agenda: set your sights on a big future, have a smart money business, commit to the success systems for life, plan for learning, design your future plan, recap, and AHA's daily success. Have both of you been coming from jobs where you get paid on a regular?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
much.
I've been self-employed for the last like 7 years, so like I'm familiar with a lot of that. But yeah,
Right, right. So I've been self-employed since like '08. But this one, I always had money coming in on a regular. And so getting into real estate, I've definitely had to learn how to um, manage money differently, 'cause feast or famine in this career sometimes. So that's been
yeah.
a learning curve for me. And I know we'll kind of cover it a bit more going forward. How you think matters, how you think in the beginning really matters. Good job, Gary. It's true. And I think that carries throughout this career. I used to wake up in the morning and like go right to my emails before I even hopped out of bed. And Miss Jen Vachon, she's super smarty pants. She was like, don't do that. Everything can wait. Like, get up. I don't know. Do something peaceful. Say, I don't know, a little meditation or something before you get out of bed. Like, have a cup of coffee before you roll into the day. And it's definitely been a game changer for me. I enjoy that. So, mindset matters. What's your mindset? Are you aligned with your heart? Are you ready to take action to have a successful day? And I do. I know it sounds so silly, but I wake up in the morning and just say a couple positive things before my feet even hit the ground. And I'm working with a naturopath too, and she also recommends that, to just, that positive mindset, start the day off. It definitely makes a difference. All right, our belief system: win-win or no deal, integrity, do the right thing, customers always come first, commitment in all things, communication, seek first to understand, creativity, ideas before results, teamwork, together, everyone achieves more, trust starts with honesty, Equity, opportunities for all, a success results through people. Um, let's see. Revisit your value proposition. I think this is a big one because it's gonna pop up throughout your career. People are gonna challenge you and want to know why they should be working with you. And so to really understand your value and what you bring to your customer slash client and the transactions, pretty powerful. So does my value proposition truly reflect who I am, the value I bring, and the benefit my client will experience working with me? Am I confident sharing my value proposition with my contacts? If not, how can I make it easier to express my value? And as a newer agent, I highly recommend. I never got super huge into I don't even know if we're supposed to call them scripts anymore. Not that I don't have things that I say to clients, I haven't found my own language to use. So I guess I should take that back. I have created my own way of communicating and connecting with my people. But this one, right? Like, I think it's going to come into knowing your contracts, and then having your value proposition pretty clear. It's always going to be changing and kind of growing as you do in the career, but we're having to put contracts in front of people that we're just meeting, and we're having to share why they should be working with us versus the listing agent, or all different scenarios. And practice with somebody, like have somebody challenge you, like put a buyer agent agreement in front of them and do it, like fill it out with them and have them, like ask them to ask some challenging questions, and how you respond back. I think um the the more you practice that, the better, because like I said, I've definitely been challenged, and some of those, if it was early on in my career, I know I would have struggled a little more than, a little later in, because I had had so much practice and built confidence and knew the paperwork. And so it makes a difference. Revisit your big life. Your vision, your future, your big life. It's true. The cool thing about this career is like the sky's the limit. There's no like cap on how much money you can make. So um I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. And you got to dream big, right? The bigger the dream, and make it scare you. And then if you reach it, keep going, make a bigger one. And I'm so sorry. I'm imagining I'm probably getting sick too, my throat.
That's what I'm
Um,
hearing.
I know, right? And I've got a 9-year-old, so she was
You
just at a
just-
sleepover where she had a birthday sleepover, and one of the kids went home sick. So we know it's around us. One thing all high achievers have in common is they are working for a big why. The big why is about having a purpose, a mission, or a need that in turn gives you focus. And I'm sure you've heard it through this class, and I'm sure you'll hear it again through other classes. The big why. And like Timmy always says, obviously, if we have families or something like that, well, of course, we're always doing it for them. But like, what's the bigger why? What's something bigger or different, maybe? Because nothing's bigger and more important than family. But what's different? What else are you fighting for to be successful in this? All right, the big why. Because you are after extraordinary results. It is the reason you get up every day and do what you do. It's true. I do. I can't barely think of a day I don't get up and like be excited for real estate. I some reason was born to do this. I genuinely love it. And so the big why powers big life, right? So yeah, your big why, that scary goal, that thing that like seems unreachable, does start creating that big life. And it's capable for all of us. It's just like what you put in is what you get out, for the most part. I feel like sometimes you can put in a lot and you still don't go under contract, or something still doesn't happen, but you're still learning and growing and fighting for that bigger life. So, any ahas? That was a quick one. Or anything anybody wants to share?
Which good, I think
Because-
brings you, kind of regrounds you where it's like this industry changes so frequently. So like, rework your why, right? Like that may change over time and just an interesting perspective.
Absolutely. And I totally agree with you. Yeah, it'll ever change. And the longer you're in the business and the more confidence you gain, and it's a pretty powerful career. It's pretty awesome. You get to engage with a lot of people. And yeah, I don't think your big why, you know, yeah, it is. It's always just going to change and manifest into new things, which is pretty exciting. Which also keeps me in this business. You literally never know what's around the corner. Like if you think you're done learning in this career, shame on you, because you're never done. I've had the craziest week of real estate, and just wild things have occurred. Some of them not so good, but and here's maybe another little share. I sometimes it can be hard, and all of our brains are wired differently. But I walk into everything, good, bad, and indifferent in real estate as an opportunity to learn and grow. um, and I'm always so proud of myself that that's how I see it all. And I even like I have a notebook back there that I use as a reference. I'm licensed in Maine as well. So I have a Maine one and a New Hampshire one. And I have this huge page of stuff that I got to add to my ahas and my referencing, for if that scenario ever shows itself again. I had to talk with pretty much every broker in our office over the week, um, and wild. So it's a difficult situation that's going on, and I hope it works itself out. But it was a huge learning experience. So I just try to keep my head held high, very professional with the other agents and the client, and just figure out how to get through stuff. The six core competencies of a business: lead generate, capture and convert the appointments, huge. Present to buyers and sellers and get agreements, absolutely. So I take that as like presenting your purchase and sales on the buyer side, and presenting your listing, stuff to the sellers, show buyers and market sellers. So you're showing buyers properties, marketing sellers listings, or however you may take that. Write and negotiate contracts, absolutely. Know how to do that. If you haven't filled any out, I will preach it until forever. Get a mentor. It's crucial, in my opinion. Other people might feel differently, and that's okay. But having a mentor, somebody to work on my side, call me out on things, help me with things, all the stuff, was a massive game changer for me. Coordinate the sale to close. Yep. So know the steps. It's our job to make sure people don't like breach contracts. I set them up. Like when I get somebody under contract, I'm sending one out this morning, get somebody under contract. And my mentor taught me this. And I just think it's a nice little, not only are you sending over the fully executed purchase and sale along with all the documents and stuff, but you're making a list for them. Like first escrow check, if they're doing two, is due by said date. You got to call your inspectors. Your second escrow check is due on this date. Your lending commitment. You're calling these, utility people. Here's the number to your red door, the title company. Here, it's like just make it easy for them. I think they appreciate that. And there has been transactions I haven't had time to do that, but I try to make that a practice in my career, and manage the money. Where your commission dollars go. So Jeffrey, you'll probably have a good grasp on this one, right? Since you've been self-employed for some time. So right, half of the commission or however you split, goes to the other agent if you're on the listing side. Your market center, absolutely. We all have to pay into that till you cap. Your business expenses, those kind of don't stop, and they can get expensive sometimes, but it's always nice to try to manage those, your taxes, and then your take home. And I know that we'll come up with this throughout this class, but I've created different accounts. So I get a check into my checking account and I take a certain amount of that and throw it into my tax account. And I have account for my homeowner's insurance. Like it's just not even mine. I just like stick it away and that's it. It doesn't leave that account. I don't touch it. I give it to Uncle Sam and the town of Conway. So I just bye money. How come that didn't change? What is going on? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, I see what that was. It was like the dollar bill getting more gray. Like you get less and less of it. I think that's what was occurring there. Financially sound or unsound. So you're sold commission at 9 grand, paid to the order of Jessica Campbell. I would imagine that that's you. So you're getting 5,760. And then this Jessica does not put any money aside. So that's dangerous because more than likely you're spending that and tax season comes and uh-oh. So again, we're all gonna manage our money differently and have our own strategies, but definitely have something in place. Definitely be mindful of putting money away, especially when you start, we all have the opportunity to make a good chunk of money here. And when you start making that money, they also start taking that money. I pay quarterly, which is helpful. So it's not just one big whack at the end of the year. And then I'm always hopeful maybe I overpaid and get something back. I haven't yet, but I'm always hopeful. Financially sound or unsound. So yeah, like yeah, I guess that comes up too. Never mind. I'll wait. Financially sound or unsound. So we're still there. Is the $9,000 commission Jessica receives profit or income revenue? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I think people who, yeah, and I feel like if you've never had to do quarterly payments before, like to your point, like it's brutal. Like if you make them, like you need to figure that out. Like it's so helpful to do it. Because my
Yep.
first year, I got murdered on taxes, and I was just like, oh my god, like it was terrifying. So after that,
Yeah.
smooth sailing. But
Yeah, big stuff. So yeah, especially that you start
more
making money, you
write-ups.
got to right. Yeah, right. Oh my God, I know. And be mindful about that too, right? Like have an app where you're taking pictures of your receipts and all that stuff. Like we can write off going out to eat. We, like
Mileage.
travel. We have so much, your mileage. There's so many things we can write off as agents. I'm not a CPA, so don't take my words, don't lean on me. Find a CPA, find somebody to educate you on what you can and can't write off. But there's a lot. So be mindful of that too. That'll really help
It
you.
all have to be like paper receipts for everything, or can they be digital receipts?
Digital copies.
Yeah,
I use
absolutely.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, please talk. Absolutely. No, you please share.
What's it called? I gotta find the app that I use. It's awesome. It's very easy. You can have multiple accounts. It just takes a picture and then it'll print out everything. It's called SimplyWise is what I use. It's like $20 a year. I love it.
What's it called?
SimplyWise. I've used it for years. Like I use it for all three of my businesses.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
I think I feel I should have already been doing this and like for my business cards and stuff. And then my husband was like, "Oh, you can write that off." And I
Mileage too. That's a big one. Sorry.
didn't
Sorry
even
to-
think about it. So I don't know if I can go back this year and do it, but I need to start tracking that stuff, especially going into the new year.
Also,
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Mile IQ is a good one for that. Sorry. Again.
Yeah.
Hijacking you.
no, please. Oh my God, I love that you're sharing. Absolutely. And when we have knowledge, right? That's what we're all here for. I'm not just because I'm teaching doesn't mean that I'm the know-it-all. I'm far from. So no, I appreciate everybody speaking up. We all have stuff to share. And I just try to keep mine simple. I know Mile IQ is great, but I don't know. I get busy and my mind doesn't think about everything. So I um have what I had, like I go back to last year's tax form and I know exactly what mileage I was at. And then at the end of the year when I start doing all my stuff, I write down where my mileage is at for this year and and then do the math. And so
You
because you can
write
write it
off
all off.
mileage for, is that for showing
All of it.
houses for
Oh my
mileage?
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
You can write off mileage just to driving to a neighborhood to look at it.
Exactly, everything. There's no like at least my CPA, I do all of it. It's not like, oh, were you driving to the grocery store or were you because like yeah, on the way to the grocery store I noticed 3 homes for sale and I made note of it and I'm going to go to the open houses. So yeah, I was doing work. Everything's work. Everything's work. You're in the grocery store.
No
You
kidding.
talked to 2 people while you were there. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Love
have like
that.
a mileage log where I go back. I'm pretty meticulous about it because I got audited one year. So like I actually track, like I go back in and have like I put a description for the exact set of miles that I did for that, whatever it was.
Yeah, good
By
for
day.
you. That's amazing.
I got my, like I said, year one was tough. I got audited in, got crushed with taxes. So
Yep.
I changed some systems.
Yeah. I love it. Good for you. Yeah, but yeah, next year just be, a little more mindful. I've got a couple businesses myself, so I am old school still. I like hold on to all my paper receipts. I add them up at the end I need to get better about that. But I keep everything organized and then everything gets moved into categories and then I add them up and write them down and give them to my CPA and you'll be amazed at what you can write off.
So if I just find like a good CPA, he'll be able to tell me everything that I can write off.
You should.
For the most,
He
yeah.
or she. For the
Like
most
I like
part, yeah.
mine. Like I don't know if he does Maine though. That's the only thing. So, but Candace, I'm happy to hit me up on the side. I'm happy to put you in touch with my person if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. It'll be a game changer. Absolutely.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's see. Oh God, absolutely. See, even if that's all you take away from this class, it's pretty massive stuff. Which scenario is financially sound and what makes it financially sound? So I think they're asking about the last slide. And I think we all know that the second scenario is the sound scenario where you're being mindful about your taxes and in all of your other expenses and taking that out of your $9,000 check.
I think someone, it was
Whatever
the
you
last
get.
class, told us that if we asked Tristan that he would take 30% automatically out of our commission checks and put them away for us into a different account if we give him it. So I think I'm
Yep.
going to do that.
Yep, absolutely. You can definitely do that. He's pretty
If you don't save it,
awesome.
you will spend it.
Yeah.
If you don't say that should be one of the slides. It's true. Money is good for the good it can do. Absolutely. Okay. The flow of money, income, what goes in, expenses, what goes out, profit, what's left. That's pretty straightforward. Profit, what's your goal? Expenses, how can I minimize expenses to maximize net income? Excuse me. And then income, how many homes do I have to sell? Yeah. So I also keep track of the homes that I sell. Like I write what month, what address, how much I made, and just a little bit so that I'm keeping track and I'm mindful of how many homes I've sold, or how many people I've helped. And what kind of income it's looking like. And that's all give and take, right? Like you sell a $2 million home versus a $200,000 home. And so that can change, obviously, but it helps to kind of pay attention and keep a good idea of where you are financially, or where you want to be financially as well. So expenses related to your real estate business, cost of sales, the cost related to each transaction you make, the cost of making the sale, commissions paid to the market center. Yep. Your royalty fees, commissions or splits paid to employees or independent contractors involved in sales, and referral fees. Absolutely. And this one, right? The cost of, oh, yeah. Oh, never mind. We'll move on. Okay, so operating expenses, the cost related to running your business, whether you have sales or not. Right. So still, right, like rent's not stopping. And if you have a car payment, that's still coming. And salaries of administrative staff, transaction coordinator, running or buying a listing specialist. Yeah. Your insurance, your professional services, marketing and advertising, equipment and supplies, and education. Right. So there's a handful of these in here that just don't stop no matter what. Hold on 1 second. Hey, kiddo, I brought you water. It's right next to you. She's within earshot of me. Okay. So best practices, gain clarity on your big why and plans for your future. Absolutely. Set your personal and business budgets. Absolutely. Open additional bank accounts for taxes, expenses, and other savings. That took me about 3 years to do. But it was the best decision I made because I'm never questioning it. When I go into my app on my phone and open it up, I'm like, oh yes, like I can see the money. I can see that I'm being responsible. And that's a good feeling. So download and use the MREA chat of accounts. Just flipping my pages. So the MREA is the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So within that book, you're going to have something in there for the chart of accounts. Purchase, download tax account software. So we just covered that. That's very helpful. That's definitely one of my goals for 2026. Hire an accountant, CPA, attorney, and tax advisor. Absolutely. I think it's super crucial. Especially I have a couple businesses and and a couple homes and a couple, like I have way too much going on for me to do it on my own. I would end up in jail. I'm sure of it. So
How I
and
feel.
not because of right.
Isn't that
I'd be
terrifying
so
to think like there used to actually be debtor's prison? Like, can you imagine that?
no, it's awful. No, absolutely not. And I'd go in there to as innocent as could
Oh,
be. I
I'd be
would
right
just be
next
like,
to you.
I don't know.
I'd be right there with you.
Well, at least we'd have some friends in there with us. Set dates to calculate and pay for your estimated taxes. Yep. And I think that for me, that resonates with like the quarterly. Like I just think it's the way to go. Prepare for your future, insurance, savings, and investments. Absolutely. Not always as easy as it should be, but try. Think and act the way the wage you want before you earn it. Average is average does, good as good does, and great is as great does. What you do is who you become. Absolutely. I think that goes back to the very beginning of the class too, right? Like I'm still working on it. I will always have goals. I never want to not have them. And so, yeah, that waking up in the morning, even sometimes before I've even opened my eyes, and just kind of try to set my mind for how my day is going to be. And having both Keller Williams, the company, kind of driving that. And then like I said, started working with that naturopath. And they both really find value in it and really shared that that's like an important thing to do in life and career. And it's nice. It helps to be mindful, and why not try to have the best day that you can. Oh, look at, there she is, my little sickie. Revisit your profit net income goals. So net income, I'm sure all of us know, but does anybody know what net versus gross is?
What you take out versus what you have overall.
Right. So the net, right? I know people have used that like fishing net. So it's like what you catch. It's like what you have in the end. Gross is the overall. Yep. Company dollar and royalty cap. That's just stuff we can't avoid. Business expenses. Yep. And those will vary from year to year. I have a over $2 million listing at the moment, and the homeowner, we had like this high-end photographer, and she wants to be in the New York Times and the Boston Globe, and God, what else? She had a party last night. She wanted pictures of lifestyle. So we hired a photographer to go to the party last night and take pictures and get the house at night all lit up, and then she wants the 3D experience, so we've got a guy coming in on Wednesday to do a 3D tour, and so sometimes it can get to be a lot. So again, the business expense, sometimes you just don't fully know. um so total gross commission income, your average commission, and annual transaction goals. So just all stuff to be mindful of. Get paid at close. I don't do this, but I know some agents love to do it. You can get paid at the table. So you're getting paid immediately at the close. I don't know why I don't do it. I feel like I kind of like the saving, like I like waiting for it. It helps me kind of feel like it's more of like a savings account. It's so silly. Um, but yeah, I'm just, that's how I manage my money. So yeah, but talk to somebody about getting paid at the table. There's paperwork you have to fill out. There's stuff that you have to do. It's pretty simple. I have done it a couple times. So just something to know you can do. Importance of accountability. Keep your mindset focused and positive. Absolutely. You're going to keep hearing that again and again, even when the bad stuff happens. Like, bad stuff's going to happen in this business, like really funky, weird, sometimes scary, like all of it. And I think keeping a positive mindset, handling everything with professionalism will make it so much easier for everybody involved. So it reminds you of your big why. Absolutely. Challenges you. Okay. So these are challenges you and makes you uncomfortable at times. That's your big why, right? Like, make it uncomfortable. Like, make it like you share it with somebody and somebody's like, really? That's your goal? And you're like, uh-huh. And then I'm going to get there, and then I'm going to go bigger. Is one of your 6 personal perspectives: be accountable. Oh yes, being accountable is important. Nobody's going to make you do the work. You got to get it done. And people depend on you, right? There's definitely time sensitive stuff sometimes, and you just got to show up and do it. Types of accountability, people, accountability partner, huge. Have a friend in the business, have somebody who's calling you, checking in on you, vice versa. Productivity coach, a Tim or somebody like that, have that going on. Your mentor, I will always preach the mentor. You've heard me last class and this class. I think it's crucial and super important. And then KW MAPS coaching. I think that comes along a little later in your career. I need to dive into that. That's definitely going to be one of my goals. I dabbled in it and it just wasn't the right time for me, so I didn't move forward with it. But I think it might be time in 2026 to revisit that. So tools. So your 411. So I took some notes on this. So it's your weekly goals, your monthly goals, and your annual goal. So your 4 weekly goals, your 1 monthly goal, and your 1 annual goal. And they're designed to work together to help individuals and teams achieve their biggest objectives. Oh my goodness, sorry. And it's true, right? Like, those are always going to be changing, and those are things in place to help you. Is your 4, your 4 weekly goals, like making phone calls, setting an appointment, like that kind of stuff, to then that mold into that monthly goal and then the annual goal. Time blocking. Sorry. That's a huge struggle for me, between having a kid, and it's hard, right? Like I try to show up for Wednesday contracts classes and I try to make time for everything, but sometimes other stuff gets in the way, or you got to do a showing, or you got to write an offer, or you like, but overall trying to time block is really helpful. The one thing, so that's a book, right? Tim will talk about that book a lot. And the Extraordinary Results Formula. So you should definitely feel free to look into that on your own. Let's see. Be learning based. Oh, did somebody have to say something? No. Everyone's good. The be learning based. Learn more about your market. Preview homes, tour neighborhoods, understand amenities, days on market, new construction, and codes. Absolutely. Can never learn too much. You can never be too involved in the market and learning. Attend events, family reunion, and mega camp. And read The Millionaire Real Estate Shift and the One Thing. So again, be learning based. So your mindset and accountability, 6 personal perspectives, bold, definitely take bold. Bold, take it soon. Like, cause you're already probably a little uncomfortable in this career. You're feeling new. And I think it's like the perfect time to jump in to bold and just challenge yourself and be vulnerable, raise your hand, share the uncomfortable things, like do it. And I think it'll really help. I did that and I don't regret a second of it.
There one coming up.
You should,
I
Candace, yeah, you should definitely take it. I took the last one that was here, and it was pretty eye-opening. Like, it was a really amazing experience.
Is there another one,
Abs-
like, you know, when the next one is happening? Because that one was over the summer and I there's no way I could have done that.
This next
Right,
one's
I
like
know.
Q1. I think it's I want to say it's February, I think Tim was saying.
February. That would be perfect timing. I could
Yeah,
definitely do that
absolutely.
one.
Yeah, and reach out to Tim. He'll help you.
Oh, I have. We
Uh,
talk. I love him.
Okay. I know he's such a great person. He's
He's
the
so great. I
best.
could sit and talk to him all day.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yep. Feel the same way. And there's benefits at Bold too. At the end, like you have so many sales within a certain amount of time, you get certain amount of money off. So they want you to have success. So yeah, look into that. Quantum Leap, command your business, smart finances, profitability, agent financials, business planning clinic, hiring, and career visions. I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, take it little by little. I would also say the business planning clinic is a nice one
Oh
to
yeah,
dive into.
I'm going to that one on Thursday. I'll be there.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Yeah. Yep. It's a great class. Um, so sales skills, connect live videos, no ceilings, level up your lead generation, train the presenter, customer experience, win-win negotiations, diversity, equity, inclusion, the color of real estate, unconscious bias, agent of distinction. Um, And then, oh, I wrote down, let's see. Give me one second. Oh, yeah, your 6 personal perspectives. So you've got, I'll just go over those real quick. Community, committing to self mastery, committing to the 80-20 principle, which is 20% of effort equals 80% of results. Moving from entrepreneurial to professional to purposeful. My apologies, I can't read my own writing. Making learning based the foundation of action. Making, oh my goodness gracious, making learning based the purposeful foundation of your action plan. Removing limiting beliefs and being accountable. And plan for learning. You will never stop learning, ever, in this career. I challenge you. No, I don't, because you should always keep learning. um, Mission: to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Get real about your situation and get right about what you're doing. Bring a greater sense of clarity, priority, and focus to your work. Design your future. Value proposition. That's your worth. What you bring to this job, what you bring to the people that you're going to help. And like, make a note. Talk to yourself about it. I personally find value proposition to be quite important, and people are going to challenge you on it. I had a gentleman, I'm under contract with him. I'm going to close with him. He had connected with the listing agent. The listing and agent and him were going to work together, and his daughter challenged him to call an agent and to have a buyer agent, and he didn't believe in it. He's older. He is of the mindset that he was only going to work with a listing agent. And so he called me and had a ton of questions, a ton of challenging questions. And I answered them. And I gave my value proposition, like why, and if not me, and I said this in the conversation, right? Like, because this is a long haul thing for me. Like, I'm going to educate you on why a buyer agent in this one, not that I didn't sell myself and what I brought as an agent personally, but like, you don't have to work with me. Like, I want you happy. Like, if I'm not the one, at least let me educate you on why finding the one is so valuable. I can even put somebody else in front of you if you're feeling like you're not connecting with me, but this other agent's going to bring everything I shared that I could do as well. But I respect the fact that not everybody's for everybody, kind of thing. So and he loved everything I had to say and how I educated him and shared my value. And like I said, we're under contract together. He's a super sweet guy. And so, yeah, again, here we are, the big why. Your profit goal, like, yeah, who doesn't want to profit and make money and go on vacation every once in a while or whatever your pleasure. Number of transaction it might take to get there. Have a smart database. I think it's always growing. Like, I'm always adding people in. Do the same. Have conversations with people. Put them in your phone. Reach out to them. Who do they know that you should know, kind of thing. Smart money business. You're going to learn that as you go along. But it's really important to be mindful of being intelligent with your money. Accountability, absolutely, on all levels of this business, personal and professional. I think accountability, it rolls into one. Like, people are paying attention to us. People want to know that we're a good person in our own lives, so they're comfortable working with us professionally. And never stop learning. Absolutely crucial. This career will not let you stop learning anyway. Yeah, just have some success systems in place. It'll make things a lot easier. Even my books, right? Like, yeah, I want stuff to reference. Yeah, every time I have an aha moment or something I feel like I'm going to potentially stumble upon again, it goes right into that book. I'm not going to have to call Tom Heaney next time that the situation occurred this weekend occurs, right? Maybe I still will, but it'll be a different kind of conversation, probably particular to that transaction, but I'll have a good understanding of what's going on this time. So, yeah, I know I took notes very soon too. So daily success. So this is just a fun little thing you could print out, just something to keep you accountable in your day. So, how many of 10 conversations did you make? How many of 10 contacts added? How many of 10 handwritten notes? Your 10-5-1 social media engagement, enrichments, which help career through advanced training, tech, and support. So I feel that kind of goes back to learning. Appointments, agreements, and closings. It's always nice to have those
Can't wait.
and go to them. Oh, right. They're wonderful. Absolutely. Yeah, they bring this up every time. Again, I don't do cold calls. Some people do. Just be mindful, it can be very expensive. So tread lightly on that one and go about it intelligently so you
What's
don't
the
get in trouble.
TCPA? I haven't heard anything about that at all.
You're joking, right?
I'm joking. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good one to have driven into your brain. Nobody wants to have to spend that kind of money for making a phone call. I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in relationships with me. Absolutely. Absolutely. We actually have and if you know anybody, I can actually share this with you. I'm working with a woman, and my teammate she's on the listing side. I'm on a buyer side. She lost her husband last May, lost her home to a fire this May, and within that timeline, got full custody of her 2 young grandchildren. She is going through it, and the other day, while she was writing her escrow check to me, was talking about how she's going to have to wear sneakers this winter because she has nothing. And I walked away from that meeting with her heartbroken. Like I'm going to cry. Several I already have. Some of them just hit home, and some of these transactions are big stuff. And I was like, wow, I can't just transact with her. Like, I know so many people in this valley, and I know so many people that can help. And so that's what I did. I reached out. I reached out to people that can help. And we have gathered so much clothes for her and house products. And she's got herself, even though she doesn't know it yet, because we're going to surprise her with all this stuff. She's got herself a free shopping experience, unlimited shopping experience to get everything she needs for herself and those little babies. And those are the moments like you just kind of we can go above and beyond and help people out bigger than just like helping them buy or sell a home. And so I don't know. I can't wait to hand over all that stuff to her and just help her. I would do it if I wasn't working with her and I knew her story, but being able to help her buy a home again and to help clothe her and fill that home, it just like brings me such joy. Like I could cry right now just talking about it. And I live in North Conway. This community doesn't skip a beat. I just love it here. And people, I reached out and asked for help, and there was no hesitation. It was all just like absolutely. So it's wild. I love it. And celebrate success, right? Like there's a celebration for me. I love this valley. I love the people. I love to help. I'm love this career. I love teaching. I think I shared last time. I remember feeling so little in real estate when I first started. Like nobody's ever going to know that I'm doing this. Nobody's ever going to care that I'm here. And boy, was I wrong. And I'm so glad I was wrong. I remember taking this class being like, it's going to take me 1,000 years for Tim Lindsay to say, I was intimidated. And so, the day he called me and asked me to start teaching these classes, which didn't take very long, I was just like, wow, like I need to celebrate my successes better. I need to realize that like I've put in the work and you can see it and it pays off. And I've gotten to meet so many cool people and give back. Like I love, like I at the end of every class, I'm like, call me, pick my brain. I'll help. I'll ask. I'll teach. I'll do whatever. People did it for me, and I will 100% do it for other people. So, yep. And then use command and answer KW. Use command and answers.kw.com to get help. I mean, we all know that this KW is huge on education and here to help and support. They want us to know what the heck we're doing. And when you don't know what you're doing, reach out and ask prior to doing something. I will always still say like less is more. Just like through this week with me, having those situations like, could I have called my client and advised them a bit? Yeah, I could have. Would I have done an okay job? Sure. But I didn't. I paused and I called the brokers and I educated myself more and made sure I was doing the right thing. Um, so don't be afraid to ask questions and get the help. Any ahas?
Kind of similar to the ones before, just, it's like a lot of this training materials just kind of reiterates, just follow the path. It's like,
Mhm.
it's gonna be variable, but, just stay on the course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And we're done. We cruise right through that thing. Yeah, this is such a great career. And I think if you do align yourself with a mentor or somebody who's going to help educate you, know that you never know it all. And there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Keep records of it. Like write that stuff down. Have a reference. Like I even have like purchase and sales that were a bit difficult or like contingencies that were worded differently or something I've never seen. Like I keep all of those. I have them like at an easy grab just in case I come across it again and I keep adding to it. So that it's there for us, right? It's and you could share it with another agent or you could, just it's nice to have those things to reference, at least in my mind. Again, I know we all work differently, but just to grab those little tools to make your day easier so that you can get through it efficiently. It's helpful. So yeah. Yeah.
Is there anybody that you can recommend off the top of your head for a possible mentorship? I've been toying with the
Yes.
idea of, I know I need to either do that or I was thinking about possibly joining a team. I haven't really, I don't know. I paused for, I think I told you before, I just kind of picked things back up because I got licensed and it was in the middle of the summer and I was still working full time and had to commit to that until, it took me till 2 weeks after Labor Day before they finally let me step back. So, and I've been in here and I've been in classes every day and I've been, working on things like my listing, all that stuff, buyer consultation, listing presentation stuff, putting that stuff
Yep.
together. But I was thinking about, because I'll have time over the next like 6 months to, either get heavy into a mentorship or join a team. And
Yep.
I don't know. Is there anybody that you can throw at me that you think would be a good mentor for me to reach out to?
Up here, and I mean, I know there's Zoom, so I'm sure you guys could do it via Zoom, but Stacy Sand was my mentor. I know she's busy in her career at this point too. So I know, said with love, she's going to want, and it sounds like you're showing up, you're doing the things. She's going to want, and I guess I shouldn't really fully speak with her, but she's going to want somebody who is involved, who want, like, if she's going to put her time in, she's going to want you to put yours in as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wouldn't
Right,
expect it to, I wouldn't want
right,
to be a bad student.
right. But I would recommend Stacy Sand. Anybody, an agent down south, I'm not sure.
I
I'm
was check
sure
with Tim.
there's, yeah, Tim would be a wealth of knowledge again, absolutely. And they can get you signed up like because there's paperwork. You do pay them, right? Like at least
Hmm.
I did. I don't know if they have different mentorship programs. But I'll tread lightly on that, but I would imagine any mentorship you sign up for, there's some way of compensating them. What that would look like for you, we'll let you find that out. But I did. So, and it was, when you sign up for a certain amount of time, I extended mine. I'll be, vulnerable and be honest about that. I was good, but I wanted to be solid. And so it was valuable to me to continue to spend the money and continue to work with her to be super solid. And I
How long?
personally, again, I think my first one was about 6 months, and I think I extended it another like 3. I did
Okay.
another little jaunt of it. It was a little while ago, so I could be wrong, but I know it was at least 8 months long that I
Okay.
worked with her for. And obviously it changed over time, right? It was less. I kind of had the nitty gritty of all of it, but it was just those little fine details of stuff that I wanted to be solid on, and I didn't step away from the mentorship right away. What else was I just gonna say? I had something. I don't remember. um, yeah, but yeah, I think it's helpful to have that.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think so too. I'm gonna start exploring that because I wanna. It's time for me to
Right.
do something. So
Yep. Yep. I know. Eventually I'll get into that. I think I'm still just like with having a 9-year-old and a pretty crazy business at the moment. I'm not there. Teaching these classes, I feel like, is a good start for giving back and helping. Um, but someday I'll get there. But yeah. God, did have another point. I forgot what I was gonna say. But again, I think you both have my numbers. If you ever need me, I'm 100% here, happy to help, happy to answer questions, um, happy to be a shoulder to cry on or laugh with. We need it all. um, so yeah, sure. I will see you guys around in classes and other things throughout our lives. But I can set you guys free. You guys can go on with your day. I hope you pulled something out of this class. I liked teaching this one. This is it's a good one. So
no, it was
yeah,
good.
good. Awesome. Well, enjoy this rainy day. God, do we need it, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was driving by, like, I live over in the seacoast, and like where our water basin is, like the
Yep.
public water is like terrifying. It's like, oh my gosh. I feel like we're in
Oh, it's
California.
right. I know. And then once that ground freezes, I worry for some people. Yeah, this rain is much needed. Wild. Awesome. All right. Well, do your rain dance so we get lots of it. And they've got me teaching these, so I'm sure we'll run into each other again.
No, your class has been great. Some of the better ones I think have been taught. Like, not just because you're here, but
Oh,
thank you.
yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. My pleasure. Awesome. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, thank you.
You got it.
Bye.
All right. Bye.